Good morning and welcome everyone to Elation Professional, back once again for another coffee break with you. My name is Alistair.
Good morning, my name is Frederik and we are streaming live to you here from the center of Europe, from Kerkrade, from our Elation studios. It's coffee break number 15, so we're pretty happy to be here with you. Grab your cup of coffee, enjoy whatever you are drinking at the moment, whether it's a cappuccino or a latte or whatever you like, and have us some comments, leave us some emails, some notes, whatever you want to write below here in your comment window, and let's go for another coffee break. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. So today we're going to have an in-depth look at our brand new premium LED pendant fixture for house or area lighting, and we're going to show and explain how the engineering of a high quality of light is crucial for the product and its application.
And today's coffee break will show you how beautiful house lighting can be and how this product is definitely setting a new standard for interior design and for interior and house lighting.
So this is the Fuze Pendant. So it's engineered and optimized to really excel within venue or studio installations. Yet as we're going to see today, it's also a great solution for both permanent and temporary installs as well. The control, connectivity, rigging, and accessory options allow it to easily adapt to your specific venue or your purpose. So, for example, that could be fixed in an opera auditorium where absolute silence is needed, or it could be constant redeployment within an exhibition space or a multi-purpose venue. It could even be in a temporary install in a large marquee for production that the events or the rental customer may supply several times a week. So that could be a fashion show, it could be a wedding, it could even be a product launch. So it's often easy to look at a pendant and think it's just another house light, but the applications for these types of fixtures vastly increase once they are re-engineered as adaptable lighting instruments. So shopping malls, churches, large retail stores, cruise ships, TV, can all benefit from these type of fixtures and push it past the expected performance venue and exhibition use.
Yeah, and you can see that there are really many applications where you can use this great little thing here. And just imagine you run a theater and you have now the possibility to run your house lighting and your show just from one desk.
So over the past few years, we've already seen pendants from Elation. So we have our color pendant with its red, green, blue, white LED engine, and its sister product, the DW pendant, with its warm white and cool white capability. Those products continue to ship, although they are now built to order for specific requests and are still popular amongst users and installs.
Exactly, those fixtures are still very popular and used a lot in the market, but we have listened to the market and to the designers, and we have improved the products and added the latest technology, and this is what we're talking about right now, the Fuze Pendant.
So, however, with the Fuze Pendant, we wanted those features in one unit and with extra functionality to push the concept further and really evolve the pendant. So it's compact, silent, and fanless. It has a very high quality of light, no matter what the metric. So that could be CRI, TM30, TLCI, etc. But the unit really has unparalleled control, connectivity, accessory, and rigging options that really make it versatile and able to adapt to any application or use. And we're going to look at all those today.
And please send us your questions while we are talking here to you. Leave us a comment if you want to see something in particular, if you want to know something in particular. We are open here to interact with you. And please let us have us a comment right below that live stream.
So we're going to start off by showing you a little video to help introduce the Fuze Pendant for you. So at over 11,000 lumens, the Fuze Pendant is really ideal for large areas and highly ceiling applications. Yet it is compact enough to be adaptable to smaller spaces too, of course. And it's convection cool for absolute silence. So there's no fans, no other moving parts to really give you a long maintenance-free product life.
And as you can see here on the picture, this is 3 Fuze pendants hanging in one large area and lighting up the entire scene. And the great output can be dedicatedly changed on any application. We have 25, 40, 45, and 50-degree lenses. And the 45-degree lens is included already, and the other 25, 40, and 50-degree lenses are optional accessories. You can see here the little details on the back of the unit. We have several connectivities, which we will explain to you a little bit later. We have several ways of controlling the unit. So these are little features which make the unit very, very versatile, and it can hang, it can stand, and it can point in any direction, and it can be mounted even in the ceiling, as you can see here on those pictures. And the LED is carefully designed and especially optimized for the highest output on such a small fixture. And you can see that we have just one LED source from the Fuze Pendant, and that makes it very interesting to use in any kind of application because you don't have multiple shadows, because here we come with one front lens, which has only one shadow with a very smooth and very nice color mixing, and that makes it very interesting for many applications where a good color mixing is needed.
So we've got a unit facing our screen at the back, and we also have one above our cells. So we're going to dial down our front lighting and start looking at the colors. So the unit has a red, green, blue, and white and lime array. So the addition of that lime source really helps to expand the color spectrum for these type of fixtures. So it allows you to get theatrical pastels and many unique color possibilities. And in addition, that lime source that you can see right now really helps to boost the intensity overall for the blended red, green, blue, white, and lime white that you get out of the fixture, and keeps the overall output very punchy.
Yeah, and talking about a punch, you can see here the nice atmosphere we're creating with the 25 degrees above our heads and the 45 degrees on the screen. And we're talking about a punch of 11,000 lumen output coming from 230 watts only. And this is something we would always like to compare you guys when you do shootouts, testing, comparisons. Please take the lumen output on the front lens, because this really tells you how efficient and how bright a unit really is. The wattage is one thing to compare, but the lumen output really makes sure you compare fixtures one by one, and then you can really say which fixture is more efficient and brighter. And this is something we always like to welcome you to compare, and we always give you all the information about the lumen output on the front lens on our website, and we're going to talk about those measurements a little later.
And for color temperature control, the Pendant offers us 2,400 Kelvin right up to 8,500 Kelvin. So you can go through that range very incrementally in 100 Kelvin increments to get the precise white that you need. But for today, we're going to just jump up by about 1,000 each time, just to show you how that changes, especially on skin tones. So
and you can see how beautiful the variable color temperatures are, and that's what it makes so interesting. What makes it so interesting in the situation you want to use colors, or you want to change between the different color temperatures.
So now we're at 8,500 Kelvin, so you can really see you can do everything from the very theatrical tungsten warm temperatures. At 4K and above, you're moving into ideal conditions for TV, and then at 6,000 up to 8,500. It could really be used for specific broadcast situations, for example, or even at that end of performance, the bright auditorium to encourage your audience to quickly but safely leave, so you can get a nice bright color temperature.
And everything can be controlled from just one desk, and that makes it very easy to use in whatever situation you're in. Just imagine you are running a show, and then you have full control of the house lighting as well, and you can implement it in your show, because every one of those Fuze pendants can be a single dot in a show, and it can be individually programmed, and you can really give every show a really personal touch with that kind of possibility, and it really offers new individual design options.
And in terms of other color options on the unit, we have a virtual color or gel swatch book. So let's have a look at some examples of these. So these offer a wide variety of colors, quickly selectable within seconds. So, we have this dark magenta, we have a slate blue, marine blue, and we end with this fern green. So there's 50 to 60 of these on board the unit, just to give your creativity a little bit of a helping hand.
And you can really see how nice the colors are mixed, because this is really great when you have one single front lens and you're going through the colors. They really look natural, and there are no colored shadows or edges or anything. It's just a very homogeneous color projection which is coming out of the Fuze Pendant.
So it could be said that some venues would predominantly use a specific color temperature and may rarely predict the use of vibrant colors via that red, green, blue, white, and lime array. But for venues when an act may arrive that have elements of their performance extending into the audience, these colors and even some dynamic strobing can really animate that performance, both the audience and the venue itself. So as a good example, here's a little video we're going to show of an installation of almost 300 Fuze pendants in an opera house in Finland. And I think, Frederik, it's one of your customers that did this amazing installation?
Exactly. It's about to be released very soon, and you can see here the first images from this venue. It's called the Tampere Talo in Finland, and it's one of the largest venues or largest halls in Northern Europe. And there are almost 300 pieces of the Fuze pendant installed with different optics, different hanging possibilities, and they're implemented in the house lighting. And each one of those Fuze pendants can be controlled individually. And you can see the great atmosphere which is created with those kind of lights here, and they just look stunning. If you do like some color movements, if you do some individual programming here, those can really, really give a nice atmosphere. And the most important thing why they choose this product was that it's fanless. There is no fans on board of the Fuze pendant. And the second reason why they choose this fixture was definitely the enormous brightness plus the great color intensity and the great versatility in the different colors you have with the 5 LED color engine on board.
So yes, the pendant also looks great on camera or lighting people thanks to its impressive color rendering performance. So it has a CRI of over 90. But of course, these products are similar units working in venues and on-camera situations simply have to excel with impressive color rendering and impressive criteria across the entire spectral range. So whether it be TM30, TLCI, or even CQS, the values remain strong for the Fuze pendant.
And of course, as we always like to mention, we produce very detailed photometric test reports in our laboratories. So you can download those test reports to get a better idea about what the fixture is doing. And we even give you an idea how the test reports are done. And each test report is for like the standard colored, whether it's tungsten 3200 Kelvin or 5600 Kelvin, but also each individual color is measured in these test reports. And they can be downloaded on our website elationlighting.eu or elationlighting.com for the Americas. And you will find there more information about the measurements, because we also do them with different optics, so you always get an idea about what to expect when you get the product in your hands, and you can plan upfront everything with those very, very detailed and in-depth detailed photometric test reports. Please take a look at those, because they're quite interesting and they make it easier for you to compare fixtures, because we're also stating the lumen output for each individual situation.
So whilst we're talking about color options, it's a good time to talk about DMX modes. So we have a variety of DMX modes on board that allow you to use the fixtures as simply as you want, or alternatively giving you full access to every single feature and parameter. So for example, we have a single channel dimmer mode. So this allows you to set the color temperature within the menu of the fixture and then just use that dimming with that single control channel. Whilst at the other end, we have an extended mode that really gives you full 16-bit colors, that virtual color swatch book, and all software features and parameters. And finally, even within those DMX modes, we even have hue and saturation modes too. This allows you more precise control for people that prefer that method.
Do we have any questions so far? Anybody wants to know something? Something is getting in touch with us?
Not so far, but we are here and ready if anyone has anything to add. But in the meantime, we'll move on to control and connectivity. So of course, these units really need to be versatile and reliable. So we have push-button displays as our standard, of course, giving access to change settings or even use the unit in a manual mode.
Exactly. Manual mode is very interesting when you just want to switch them on and switch them off, because they keep the last information which you gave them. And naturally, you can control them by DMX, and we have RDM on board, but we also have eFly, which is the wireless option. So that makes it very interesting to use when you are working on an event, for example, your rental company, you don't want to wire so much. You just plug them into the power, connect them with your eFly wireless DMX system, and you're ready to go. Or even if you have them on a very uncomfortable place where you have them rigged somewhere far away and you only have power available, there is a solution built in, because wireless DMX makes it a little bit easier for you to get control on the units.
And we also have a range of connections on the back that allow for various additional functionality. So the Pendant has a 25 to 48 volt DC emergency power connection for use, for example, when your venue may have a power cut. So with a sufficiently rated DC source, such as a battery, the unit can continue to operate as an emergency illumination, of course, in accordance with your applicable local laws and standards.
And additionally, the industry standard power and data connectors are on board as well. So we have power in, you can easily connect them to the control with the terminal block of 0 to 10 volt. So this can be attached to the unit very, very easy, and you can use a wall switch, for example. So you have independent control of the unit, and just imagine your housekeeping crew is there, and you don't need the operator anymore. Because usually when you have a big venue, the operator needs to be there to switch on the lights and so on and so on. But now you have the chance that the housekeeping crew can do it themselves, and the operator can go home already, which is a nice side effect here. So they just turn on the wall dimmer and the 0 to 10 volt control takes over, and you can really tell the unit what to take priority on. It's either DMX or 0 to 10 volts, so you can play with multiple options here to make your life a little bit easier when you use it as a house light or as a front of stage lighting or as a regular stage lighting.
And moving on to software, our engineers had to make the unit both user-friendly and give multiple options to suit the needs of users. So you have remote access to change our seamless 16-bit dimming modes and curves. So the dimming performance has really been engineered to perfection on the Pendant, as you would expect. So being able to select a different dimming mode or even a customized dimming curve via DMX in seconds really allow you to implement that very easily.
Yeah, and again, you can decide which way you want to control the unit, just set priority to DMX or to 0 to 10 volt. And then the fixture can do or behave the way you want it to behave. And in case you're losing the DMX signal, you can also program the unit and tell the unit what to do exactly. To hold the last information which you set in, or to go blackout, or to go and take priority to another, or to listen to another signal. So you can really let the unit work the way you want it to work. And if you want to use it standalone, again, just set any color or set any color temperature and then use it with your regular wall switch. Just switch it on, switch it off, and there's no control needed at all, so the unit can perfectly work standalone as well.
And we also have changeable LED refresh rate adjustment for film and TV use. So with modern complex cameras, the lights, of course, can occasionally flicker. So during setup of a venue, if you see a flicker in your units, you can adjust the LED refresh rate from 900 hertz right up to 25,000 hertz to eradicate the problem really within seconds, so there's no wasted time.
And so no worries when you do HD recording or anything with the camera, like the very popular live streams, which we have more and more these days. So the unit is ready to work for you as we mentioned, as a house light, or really as a light for key light for streaming or for any other application. It can be used due to the very versatile connectivity solutions and the great color options plus the variable color temperature. So it really fits in any kind of application which you would like to do.
So we do actually have a question. So is it possible to use them with more protocols than DMX? So we've sort of covered, well, you've got DMX, you've got eFly, they're RDM capable as well. But they are not streaming SEN or ArtNet. We do not have that capability. It's not really demanded in this kind of fixture usually.
But we have the so-called E-nodes. So we have different kind of nodes which translate the ArtNet signal to regular DMX. So it can be a very small 2-unit E-node, which is power over Ethernet. Then we have the 4-way or the 4-universe E-node called E-node 4, and we have a very large one called E-node 8 Pro, or we have the new version of the Netron nodes, which you can find on our website. and they translate the ArtNet signal to DMX signal, so you can definitely use those to control or to get over control of these units when you have a large number, because I think ArtNet makes sense when you go with a large number of those, then you use one of our eNodes, and we are very happy to help you, to assist you, to configure everything or to make a little bit of planning. Just leave us your contact details in the stream or in the comment if you need more information, and we would like to get in touch with you to find a solution which will definitely fit your demands. Thank you for the questions, by the way.
So physically, the pendant was designed to be very lightweight and compact, but yet robust and durable as well. So it's really 7 kilograms, and it's about 32 centimeters in height. So it can really be installed very easily and rigged very easily and safely. But we also have a few choices of rigging options. So the unit ships as standard with the pendant bracket that you're going to see now. So it can be, but also it can be hung quite a minimalist way from a steel wire, or it can take an industry standard clamp such as this. But we also have an optional yoke kit. So this can give you the extra precise placement and focusing that some of you may need. So for example, those events customers, when installing it temporarily, remembering those optional lens choices, of course, can help with that as well. So we actually have this unit is using it.
Yeah, that's the yoke here. We are mounting it so it can really easy stand, and you can tilt it in all kind of directions. And it's very easy to mount the yoke kit, which we have here.
And the unit can also be used with an optional ceiling mount kit. So this recesses the unit into your venue. And remember, of course, with it being fanless, this pendant could be more discreet than ever. And also with the low power consumptions, it means it generates very low amounts of heat.
And that's the optional ceiling mount kit, which you can see here. I'm coming a little closer to the camera, and you just saw it on the picture. So it's very easy to mount. The unit will fit in here, and then it will fit into your ceiling, and just looks great when you have them implemented in your ceiling. And when you change them to the different optics, we have some lenses here. Maybe we can just show you the lenses, what they look like. Those are the lenses, and depending on the situation you're in, or depending in which kind of height you're installing those ones, you just easily change the lens, and then you get the right beam angle. Very, very easy.
And finally, we also have a couple of more accessories available to enhance the units in very specific environments. So we have these half and full snoots. So these really reduce the viewing angle to the lens and help control the light spill. And of course, they attach very easily within minutes, just 4 screws, and you can put it on in a matter of minutes.
Exactly. Those are the snoots here, and they make sure you get rid of any kind of spill light, because sometimes you just don't want to have the direct view to the unit, and then you just mount them very easy to the front, and that's it.
So I'm not seeing any more questions coming in, so that's really it for the Fuze Pendant. So it's bright, it's amazing colors, high quality of light, and those control, connectivity, accessory, and rigging options really allow it to integrate into any space with no compromises. So this is really a fixture that adapts to your venue rather than the other way around.
And of course, we would like to repeat again, no fans, so absolutely silent, and a great output of 11,000 lumen from only 230 watts. So please take this into consideration, make comparisons to whatever you see around in the market, and get in touch with your local dealer. Leave us a comment if you have any questions about the unit. Get your hands on it, get in touch with the local dealers, and ask for a demo unit. And that's it for today.
That's it indeed. So yes, it's a goodbye from me, and we'll hopefully see you in 2 weeks for another coffee break. Take care in the meantime.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and join us again in 2 weeks. Thanks for being with us for coffee break number 15, and stay safe. See you soon.